Hi everyone, welcome to this lower back release. My name is Helen and today we're going to start lying on our back. So come onto your mat and meet me on your back. So let's start with the soles of the feet on the mat and just let the knees drop in towards one another. Resting the hands onto the lower belly if that feels comfortable, and then close off the eyes. Take a deep breath in, down towards your hands. And a nice big sigh. Allowing your body to surrender to the pull of gravity. The lower back nice and supported by the mat beneath you. And with each exhale, see if you can allow yourself to be a little more at ease here. When you're ready, we're going to hug the knees in towards the chest, just as much as feels good, and then take a little rock from side to side, just kind of massaging into that lower spine. Good. From here, placing one hand onto each knee, and then begin to make circles. So this kind of massages into the hip joints, but also into that lumbar spine as well. So let the arms do the work here. See if you can relax deep into those hips. Just let the arms move the legs in the sockets. Lovely. And then circle the opposite way. Wonderful, very nice. Good, and then we're going to place the left sole of foot down onto the mat and then hug the right knee in nice and close. So you feel that stretch down the right hand side of your lower back. Depending on the shape of your hip, you might want the knee more towards the chest or more towards the right armpit. And if you'd like to intensify, you can slide your left leg away so you get a stretch across that hip flexor. Let's see if you can focus on releasing that lower back down into the ground. Wonderful. If you've got the left leg straight, bring the foot back up, and then you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. Let the knee drop out to the side. For some of us, this is enough, and we're feeling a stretch in that right hip, right glute. Otherwise, you can grab the back of the left thigh or the left shin. But you see, my head and shoulders didn't lift off the mat there, so keep that upper body nice and relaxed. Sending the breath down to that right hip, right glute. So as we're on our back here, our lower back's nice and supported on the floor. So we can take these stretches for a little bit longer to release deeply into the muscles. With each exhale, you might find that you can hug it a little bit closer. Good, nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, release. Let's bring the right sole of foot onto the mat and hug that left knee in. Again, more towards the armpit or more towards the chest if you want. And there's the option to lengthen that right leg away if that feels appropriate. Stay with some really nice, big, deep belly breaths. It'll help calm your nervous system and in turn, calm your body. Good, bringing the right sole of foot back onto the mat and then cross your left ankle over. You can stay here if you're feeling the stretch already, or grab the back of the right thigh or the right shin. Keeping head and shoulders nice and relaxed. And also keeping your lower back on the mat as well. So notice if you're kind of curling up through the lower back. See if you can Lengthen your tailbone forward still. If you find this quite intense, just be mindful that you're not beginning to like screw up the face or clench the jaw. Everything is nice and relaxed. And we're releasing into that left hip. Good, just a couple more breaths. Maybe you can hug it in just a little bit more. Good, take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release. Wonderful. Let's bring that left foot back onto the mat. We're going to take our feet as wide as our mat and then take the arms out into a cactus shape with the palms shining up. Lovely. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, allow the knees to fall over to one hand side. Good. Inhale through center. Exhale over to the opposite side. So with the breath in your own time, just take a couple of these swipes, just massaging into that lower spine. Let's do one more each side. Good. Next time your knees come back through center, hug them in towards the chest, give yourself a little squeeze. And then we're going to bring the hands underneath the back of the knees and we're going to find a little rock here. So up and down the length of the spine a few times, just massaging the spine as we go. Lovely. Next time you come up, you're going to cross your ankles and come find an all fours position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Couple of rounds of a cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round it out. See how much space you can make in between the vertebrae. Lovely. Inhale, drop belly, look up. Exhale to round. Good. Inhale to a neutral place. Tuck the toes. We're going to have a brief encounter with a downward facing dog. So lifting the sitting bones back and up. So downward dog is actually an inversion. So it just allows a little bit of space to open up through the lower back using gravity. So allow your head to be really heavy. If you're feeling tight in the hamstrings, soften the knees and just prioritize length through the lower spine. So it isn't really about the hamstrings today, we're focusing on that lower back. Good, relax the jaw. Head is heavy, nice long spine. Wonderful, soften your knees even more. And then you're going to slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. So you're coming to the back edge of your mat. Feet are hip width apart or maybe a little bit wider. Soften through your knees so your belly can relax onto your thighs. And then grab opposite elbows and just take a little sway from side to side. So you should feel a nice release through the lower back, middle back and upper spine. And if you're feeling it quite intensely through the hamstrings, definitely bend your knees. So really using like gravity to your advantage here. Good, and then bringing the fingertips down to the mat. Turn your big toes out and then bending into the knees. We're going to come down into a deep squat or yogi squat. So hands can stay on the floor if you want, or hands together at heart center. Now I want you to really relax your glutes. It's not like a squat where we have to like come back up to standing. So relax your glutes, soften around your lower back. Good, nice big breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your hands behind. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together here. Now bring your heels in as is comfortable without kind of aggravating the knees or too much into the groin area. Take a breath in, sit up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, begin to lean forwards. So it is just a lean, there's no pulling with the hands here. Just let the hands rest wherever. Leaning into that stretch. So with each exhale, you might find that you can fold a little deeper. And it is quite a stretch for the groin, but here we're making loads of space through our lower back. It's a nice one to completely let your head go, close your eyes. And the weight of your head will kind of help pull you a little bit deeper into the pose. Lovely, with each exhale, just allowing yourself to go a little deeper. Keep sending the breath down towards the belly and the lower back area. So breathing in through the nose. You can imagine you're breathing out through your lower back. Good, one more deep breath. Long exhale. And then slowly bring yourself back up. We're going to use our hands to support our knees inwards. Bring the feet about hip width apart, hands behind, and then just take a little swipe of the knees here, just to kind of loosen up through the hips a little. Wonderful. I'm going to take a little back bend here before we close the practice. So you're going to bring your feet hip width, toes pointing forwards, and then you're going to bring your hands to point the same way as your toes. Lovely. As you inhale, press into hands and feet, lift the bum, lift the chest, coming into a reverse tabletop. You can let the head drop back if you want, but it's not for everyone. See if you can squeeze the glutes, see if you can get your tummy in line with your knees. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly come on down and find a comfortable seat. Sitting nice and tall. Let's close off the eyes. Take a deep breath in, send it right down towards your tailbone. And take a big sigh out. Just taking this moment to notice how you feel now. And when you're ready, blinking, the eyes open. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you on the next one.